Greetings, all Shardvixen here. I'm doing my neck exercises. It's Rambling 101, and things on my mind. Why is it that our signs of freedom or not freedom are based on mass? I find the whole thing very funny. It's kind of dark in here. I'm in the garage. I'm not sure if there's any better place. Oh, maybe if I sit this way, it'll be better. I cleaned my garage. Here, I'll show you. I have a nice garage. I know, it looks still chaotic, but it's not. There's a fine way in between right here. The bikes are right there. All the stuff on this side is what's left of my stuff I carried back from Reading that has all information. All the stuff on this side is... No, that's the information side. That's the book side. Those are the books. So, and then I got a table out here now, which I'm hoping I might be doing some crafting videos out here. The light's not fabulous, but maybe I can hook up a light system. I don't know. The problem is I got last month I've gotten 2 big boxes. Well, probably a total of 5 boxes of crafting stuff. And I don't have a place for it. So I had to come out here and get all my stuff that I had pre-set up before I started crafting. So I had it, but now I don't need it because I buy stuff, I get stuff, and all that. I have 2 boxes of semi-craft stuff for my store, which I'm hoping will be set up in August. August, the Patreon will be up for all of you 4 people out there that watch my vlogs. The Patreon will be up. It'll run $1, $5, you know, the average $10. And you guys will, and I will talk about this again, you will get a sticker, a coloring page, and possibly some other stuff. I've got my die cutting machine. I've got a sticker making machine. I got all kinds of little cool stuff that people have given me. I bought my die cutter machine. I bought the biggest one you could get for a little crafter. I'm really excited about that because I can make vinyls and stickers and crap like that. My own drawings can go in that, so you could get a picture of me or a picture of you, or like I've been doing for Genghis Ron, Church of Ron, playing around with stickers and stuff. So that's what I've been working on. I'm having skin problems again, but I have skin problems all the time. Get the itchies. I want to scratch you. I got the big fatty arms. I went to the doctor. I weigh 202. It's so depressing to weigh 202 in a way when I was weighing 240. So I guess 40 pounds in a year ain't too bad. That means I have to go another year to lose another 40 pounds, which would put me at 160. So that's pretty good. But I had to change up diet because... You know, here's how it works for diets. You go along doing your diet. You're doing your diet. Everything's good. And then all of a sudden you don't lose any more weight. And your body's like, yeah, I'm so used to this diet. This is the perfect thing. So I did some research on diets out there. And there's a diet. This funny name. It has 2 names. One's called the flip-flop diet, which I really like that name. And the other one is active metabolic scheduling. I prefer the flip-flop. So what it is you still are only eating 50 calories a week, but you start low on the first day of the week, and by the end of the week you're close to that low. So it goes like this. It goes low to a high to a low. And the concept behind it is, and it makes sense, and they've been doing it for a really long time. A lot of your really famous ones out there that talk about body type is based on that. And I say that like that not to be sarcastic, but sarcastic. And it's, so if you're the kind of person who diets and then all of a sudden you plateau, and then no matter how much you work out, no matter how much you eat, you're still not losing. And that's the concept, is that because your body has gotten used to that level, and now that's the norm for the body. And to lose weight the way you were doing it, you'd have to go lower. I don't want to go lower than 1,500 calories, though my last diet I did go down to 1,200, but 1,200 is a little hard. I did that for a year and then just kind of burned out on it. But this works as what it does is there is one day that's 1,200, the next day's like 1,400, the next day's like 1,600, the next day's like 1,800, and then you work your way back down to 1,200. So that's kind of where I'm working. I talked to my doctor about it. Then I have the intermittent fasting, which means I stop eating at a certain time at night, and I don't eat for at least 16 hours. Well, that don't sound good. Hang on. All right, that was weird. They're looking for a leak next door, so the pipes were shaking and they were pushing because they were pressurizing water through them. But I knew they were looking for a leak, but I thought they had finished that before I started this. So hopefully. All right, now it's got a water dribble in the background, so hopefully that doesn't annoy you. It might make my brain stop periodically. I wanted to see if I can find a different light so you can see my eyes. Let's see. Let's see what we can do about this. Oh, see, my eyes are so dark. Ooh. Is there anybody in there? There is. All right. I was talking about the intermittent fasting I do. It's like 16 hours of not eating. You usually do it at night. You stop eating at a certain time, and then you don't eat. I don't eat till noon, but I never did in the past because my stomach would be upset. So I try not to eat that. I freaked my dog out. He's looking through the crack in the door. Look, I'll show you. I live in a very shitty place. See that crack? There's a crack right there. There's a crack right there, because that's the door I fixed, right? And it comes away from the door jamb as it goes down where they busted through the bottom of it, and I replaced it because they wouldn't fix it for me, even if I paid them. Well, I didn't tell them I pay them, but they haven't fixed the back door either, or the garage door. So people, yeah. So that's how people are, right? Okay, so, yeah. So, I have found it very interesting. Oh, I was talking about the fasting. I'm done with that. That's what I'm working on. I haven't done any exercising. Though, remember, at my 200 blog, we're gonna do some dancing. I can answer that. But I feel, I like moving is cranky. Getting old, it's kind of hard. Getting old and being sick. Because your body doesn't flow like it used to flow without popping. It pops everywhere. It pops in my hips, pops in my shoulders, pops in my neck, my back, my knees, whatever. Okay, so that's what the eating part's going on. I find this interesting that if you say the name of the virus, and then you say something about conspiracy theories, and you talk about other stuff like that, you can get in trouble because they don't want you, and I get it, they don't want you passing false information, but I think if you say, this is just a theory, it's not true, there's no reason to believe it is, that people would be smarter, but we know that stupid people are stupid. So, one of my pet peeves is stupid people, because you can, and I'm not talking about people who can't understand, that's a difference, okay? Developmentally delayed can't understand certain things. People on the autism spectrum can't understand certain things. People with mental health issues have a hard time following connections and logical jumps that the rest of us might think, oh yeah. But I used to have problem, but then I learned to teach myself how you figure out if something is logically true or not, something that's not fiction. Because fiction, like conspiracy theories, are very easy to figure out because what happens is you can go and check it out. But it's like things that take belief. You don't need to prove it to believe it, but for it to be true, you have to prove it. So you may believe it's true, but unless you can prove that it's true, it's not true, it's just a theory. So I don't know why companies jump to that. Like, oh, that's bad. They're telling them bad information. If you actually watch stuff, it wouldn't be bad. Um, but I don't want to be banned, so we're not going to have that conversation. A lot of people use code words, but I'm figuring that people are smart enough. If you're smart enough to follow that line of thought, then you know what people are talking about. But I do find it interesting that some of those things that are being talked about, like the idea of another government inside the government infrastructure. I'm not going to say the key word for that one either, because that might get me banned. I think it's interesting that people don't understand the concept of how a conspiracy theory works. Okay, so quickly, how that works, I'm not going to talk about any, unless I make them up all by myself. But how it works is that it only has to be probable, not possible. And if your logic can make it probable, then that's when people start to think that must be happen. Now, there are some that are just so crazy that the rest of us are going, there's not probable either. But in that way of being able to believe in things, and I don't want to make fun of anybody, but let's make up one so we can understand how this works. So, inside a rock, it's a very special kind of rock, there's little critters. And those little critters, when hatched under a certain light, will come out and eat your brain. Okay, is that probable? That's not probable. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. But that doesn't make somebody not, because there's things out there that seem so weird that are probable and are possible and do happen, that it's easy to grasp onto something that's not. The human mind is very creative. In fact, like I have talked about before, the thing that separates us from most other creatures is our ability to tell stories. But since we don't know if other creatures tell themselves stories or not, we don't have any way of knowing. They tell stories in their language, but in ours, anthropologists have theorized that that's what bridges the gaps between human mammals to all other mammals and other animals. So we have the ability to believe in things that are so out of the world beliefs. If somebody asked me if I believed in aliens, and I'd have to say that I think that the concept of believing that there is something else out there besides ourselves is very probable and possible. I just don't know why, for me, why haven't they contacted us yet? But then when you look at us as a whole, I could probably see there's a big reason why they haven't contacted us. If we go on the idea that you could do faster than light speed or teleportation, of both which are thought to be not possible per se, or that we haven't figured out how to do it, then that might be the reason why. So teleportation for me is interesting because I've written short stories about that. And the concept of, teleportation is that every time you go from one teleportation to the next teleportation, you're actually just making an exact copy of yourself. But like all things that get copied, pieces and parts get forgotten. So down the road, eventually you would no longer be like the first person that started out. So I wrote a story. I have a premises of an idea of that, where those people, after so many times who have been teleporting, this core, they teleport, they sign up for it, and then they become different, and they have to leave out of the regular society and become this far space travelers, or planet jumpers, or whatever you want to call them. But everybody else can't, because you won't be you. So, and that it would affect your thinking as you went down the road. You would stop thinking that, you have that you're you. I mean, you might feel like you're you, but I remember how it feels with dissociative I have dissociative personality disorder, or borderline, what I have is borderline personality disorder, which is kind of has bits of dissociative in it. And disassociative is where things are too intense, so your brain blocks them out. Or blocks them out and puts a different person or persona in control. So if you think about that, if you were to teleport, and your way of thinking kept changing, then eventually would you, because we change as we grow, but would you be the same you if you change severely in your way of thinking and the things that were you? Like, it could be over a subtle period of time. And then if you have a partner, you kind of know what it is. There's sometimes when you live with somebody for a long period of time, children are a good example of that. So I remember fondly that my son likes watermelon. All of a sudden, he doesn't like watermelon anymore. I don't know where from last year to this year did he stop liking watermelon, right? I didn't even ask him if he stopped liking watermelon. I just assume he likes watermelon because that's what he liked. He still likes watermelon. I'm just using that as an example. Strawberries is another one. I had a young man that lived with me, loved strawberries. Every time we always bought him strawberries, all the time. And then one day we're in the store and he's like, don't buy any strawberries. I said, don't you like strawberries? No. But your mother buys them all the time. I don't like strawberries. So I don't know where she got the idea he likes strawberries. After I got thinking about it, I didn't think I ever saw him eating strawberries. So I bought a lot of strawberries and the rest of us ate them. But that would be that same thing. So I teleport. I get copied, but pieces are left behind. I get copied, pieces are left behind. I get copied, and then I get down here. And I liked watermelon then, but I don't like watermelon now, or I like strawberries. I didn't like strawberries, and now I like strawberries. I, wanted to be this, but I don't want to be that anymore. Like, it's an instantaneous changeover. Kind of cool thought. So I got my laptop. I got it set up. I haven't really been typing on it. My hands have really been hurting. But what's really going on, because inquiring minds want to know, you all 4 people that watch my vlogs, here's the inquiry, and those that don't, this has to attribute to my channel. So like I said, I got all this stuff. I got to make room on my table for my PC, my Xbox 360, and my die cutting machine and my printer. So I have to figure out a way to manage that, and then I have to then rearrange where I film my crafting. I've been working on different areas. Like, I think out here in the garage might work for when I need to stand up and do bigger crafts, and then I'll have a spot in there where I can do the smaller crafts. I wanted to add cooking videos maybe, and I was going to do baklava. Silly white girl. Oh, there's a fly on my lens. Did you see that? I think he's still there. Fly. Shoot fly, don't bother me. I have a whole children's book about that. Actually, it's not that one. It's flies in the buttermilk. Shoot fly, shoo, flies in the buttermilk. Shoot fly, shoo, flies in the buttermilk. Shoot fly, shoo, skip to my loo, my darling. And you know the song it goes. And then I got butterflies flirting in the wind, butterflies singing in the sun, butterflies flirting in the wind, slip to my loo, my darling. And it was a children's book I made for my daughter, and it's got all these insects doing different things, and each page has the next one. I've only drawn it out, I've never finished it, I've never colored it or nothing. I was hoping that that would be an animation that I do, but I don't think I'll be singing it. Maybe I'll get Boo Boy to sing it. That would be cute. He's so cute. I don't know that he would sing it, though, either. He gets very weird about things. He's all, that's copyrighted, don't do that. Because everything, he's like my son in that aspect. Everything he sees on YouTube is got to be the absolute truth. Else, why would they share it? Okay, so that's pretty much it about rambling. Patreon's going to try to be up by August. I'm not expecting my 4 people out there. I'm not expecting you to become a Patreon. The thing is that whatever the growth of this channel goes, I am not going to do partnership on YouTube. I'm not sure about Twitch. I might do affiliate. I haven't decided. We'll wait and see. But the Patreon will be where you guys can either spend money, or I'm going to set up a thing where if you would like to send me craft stuff, you may do so. I welcome any craft stuff you do. And I haven't figured out how to set that up yet. I'm not sure how I want that to look. Because how it's going to look for the Patreon is you're going to join, and once you're a Patreon, you're going to email me your address, and I'm going to mail you the stuff that you get for being on the tier. Now, if you don't want me to mail you things, I can email certain things that I make, but they won't be stickers or stuff like that. It'll just be the pictures, the coloring pictures. Every month you get a different coloring picture. I'm not sure, or every 3 months. I haven't decided which way that's going to go because it'll depend on how many pictures I can get done. They'll be pretty simple drawing pictures that you can color if you want. And I have to figure out what kind I want to make yet. I haven't decided. I like to do superheroes and unicorns and things like that. So we'll see. I think I might do some name stuff. But also, wait, it's coming. He's taking a shower. I know it's coming. Also, the way the store is going to either be in the Discord or on my Streamlabs website. I haven't decided yet which way because I have to pay for the Streamlabs website and I don't have to pay for the Discord. But there's going to be a point system that goes on, and then of course the VixBix, and then you use the VixBix, and I'll have pictures of craft stuff. And to start, it's just going to be miscellaneous stuff that you can use for crafting, and then down the road it's going to be journals and journals that I will give you all the stuff to make your own journal with, or you can get some of my journals. But since I have not yet completed journals yet, that hasn't happened yet. So that's what we're working towards, is me being able to sit down for one day and do nothing but make journals and film it off and on, and then have those up and running. So that's the goal for the next year. But that's pretty much how I'm looking at it. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to replace Mixer with something else. I've been looking at some different platforms. People have been sending them to me. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not. Smashcast was another one I was thinking about adding. But I don't have anybody I know except Richard Huntington that's on Smashcast. So I don't know if that's something I want to do or not. Or maybe, I don't know. So I got to look and see. If you have some ideas, go ahead and post them in the description down below. Low. I kind of like that. I like that you can go, down there, look down there. Down there, look down there. I don't know why it's funny to me, but it is. Anyway, so that's it. I will catch you all on the flip side next week, if I can get it done. Of course, is Know Thyself. And I don't know which one I'm on yet, so I can't tell you because I didn't look it up before I went there. But on my Two Hunter vlog, I will do a dance routine, a couple of them for you, in my tutu that I made specifically for Shardvixen. I still have to make my shirt, though, so I got to get on that. But that's what I'm going to do with my die cutting machine, is make me an emblem on my shirt with some sayings. Alright, out of here.